Katie Miller has been caught cheating on Stephen Miller. Yes, it's true. It's the best day ever. It's my birthday. It's your birthday. It's Christmas Day. It's the best day ever because Katie Miller has been caught cheating on Stephen Miller with Eric motherfucking Swalwell. Eric motherfucking Swalwell. Katie Miller cheated on Stephen Miller with Eric Swalwell.
I do not suggest to you in any way that I'm perfect or that I'm a saint.
Real quick, if you're new here, I'm Lauren Paritra. Stephen Miller is so deeply unwell about how many of you aren't subscribed or following me right here. So wherever you get your podcasts, hit sub, fix it. Let's get Stephen Miller pissed off and let's work towards a timeline where that man is in a windowless cage. We do that by subbing, comments, 6 words or more, leave us hype, all the things, all the actions, they all help. So Eric Swalwell, who would literally fuck a bag of Doritos. He would drug a bag of Doritos if he found it on the street and fuck it. That's the man she chose to be the cucktress to. And Stephen Miller was the recipient of the cuck. And I just think that's so beautiful. I think it's so beautiful that they've been married since 2018. She was pregnant literally all of last year. Katie Miller gave birth in June, meaning she's been pregnant for like 9-10 months prior to that.
Like, why have I been more nauseous this pregnancy? Why have I had more eczema this pregnancy?
Without question.
It's because it's more of my husband's genetic makeup than mine in this baby.
But not more, it's equal.
But
it's actually
good. I'm telling you, this baby's gonna turn out looking like him.
So you do the math, not me. I'm too happy and giddy to be doing any sort of math right now. Katie Miller was fucking around with Eric motherfucking Swalwell.
I move that the committee subpoena White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller.
It is a great time to be alive. Yes, Stephen Miller, he got what he'd always had coming for him, and so did Katie Miller.
Let me tell you this. The most brilliant person that I've met in my lifetime is your husband. He's scary smart. And I've been doing this since 1984, and I sit in meetings, and my chief of staff will tell you, he'll come up with something, I just look at him. I haven't heard that in 35 years. Where the hell did you get that from? People can say what they want about Stephen Miller. One thing they can't say, he's not brilliant. Probably the smartest person I've ever met in my life. He's brilliant.
So nice. Well, thank
It
God.
has to be. Mary Jo.
Thank God my kids have those genetics.
And that's amazing. And so also, I want to throw it back to April 10th, 2026. As somebody who normally doesn't believe all women, great way to start, Katie Miller. I believe her and the many lined up before her. Eric Swalwell's behavior was the worst kept secret on Capitol Hill. And I'm positive she was not the only intern. Katie Miller, were you also an intern? Katie Miller, were you also an intern when you had formal relationships with Eric Swalwell? Eric Swalwell, who is a sleep paralysis demon. I have a story for you all about Eric Swalwell. I interviewed Eric Swalwell. Eric Swalwell was following me when I had about 10,000 followers. And I was like, who is this state representative?
I should be working right now. I should be at the Capitol.
Turns out he's a member of the House, or was a disgraced member of the House of Representatives. It took all of 5 minutes interviewing him before I was like, that guy's fucking weird. I looked at Andy, my studio guy at the time. And also, as a common courtesy, I'm an Italian American. I'm from the New York City Metro. Worked in hospitality most of my life. When somebody's coming into my studio and coming into my environment, which I don't really do interviews, but when I do, I'm going to have like a thing for them. So I got vegan donuts from a place that's no longer open. It was a fantastic place. And I ordered this artisanal box of donuts for, like, in case he brought staffers, he brought one. And people come in and out of the studio. I just rented it for an hour. Wasn't my own studio. And on Eric Swalwell's way out, I was like, do you want to take a donut? This motherfucker took the whole box. Like, no social skills, very weird. I was like, oh, okay. Like, there's other people that you could have left those for. Anywho, Eric Swalwell, no class. He also doubled down on it. So anyway, congratulations to all of us, to the Stephen a little bitch Miller hater community. This is our time to shine, you guys. This is the best day. We only get this type of day once in a lifetime. And this is really just, this is the best day. This is the best day ever. Willa came out of surgery yesterday. Katie motherfucking wife of Stephen Little Bitch Miller, woman who can't even get 60,000 subs on her little measly podcast, Katie Miller and Stephen Miller, who were run out of their Arlington home by sidewalk chalk that said DEI matters. Katie and Stephen Little Bitch Miller, done. Dunzo, bye-bye. If you're gonna cheat on your husband, first of all, if your husband's gonna be Stephen Little Bitch Miller, ugh.
Stephen Miller here to talk with you about a very important subject.
If you could only eat one condiment for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One condiment?
Yeah.
Does barbecue sauce count?
Yeah.
Okay, barbecue sauce.
Not mayonnaise.
No.
It's the only thing my husband eats.
With French fries or like period?
Period.
Okay. Wow. I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
He's only a mayonnaise guy.
Okay. I learned something about Stephen I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now, Katie, by the way, your husband came under attack today when he said, like, the Democrats are, perhaps going to nominate their first transgender Senate candidate, talking about Tallarico. And they responded by just, basically saying, shut up, you ugly F word, essentially. Any word for the Democrats, their little Twitter account?
This is the same violent political rhetoric that is leading people to shooting up, whether it be the White House Correspondents' Dinner or President Trump and Butler. But what it remains to be seen is this is an anonymous account, and it is run actually by a sad liberal woman named Paulina, which is why Pew says 50% of liberal women at some time have identified that they have a mental health disorder, and she is certainly one of them. What a sad state for the pathetic Democrat Party.
So you don't know this, but Frasier was the #1 thing that Stephen and I watched when we were dating. I had never seen an episode of Frasier. He had made me watch it as like the inaugural to our relationship all the way through.
Ugh. How many wrong choices do you have to make in life to end up in bed with Stephen Little Bitch Miller? Not only that, but like, there are hotter people on the Hill. Let's be so real. Oh my God. Well, anyway, congratulations to us. Thank you all for hating Stephen Little Bitch Miller and Katie Miller as much as I do, for being here with us through thick and thin till Cuctress do us part.
You called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
What a time. What a time. So, thank you, Stephen Miller and Katie Miller, for being the worst people on the planet. May life continue to deliver you all the terrible things that you deserve and have delivered to others. Yes, Katie Miller cheated on Stephen Little Bitch Miller while pregnant. Stephen Miller got